Welcome to the ultimate 200 days journey to explore,
Down.
to tame, and survive the chaos of the chaotic cluster.
And we gotta keep running, keep running, keep running. Great, now we're burning and freezing.
Very angry, very angry. And to take down the savage Acro by day 100. And then Primal Fear's insane bosses.
Damage number simulator. Here she comes.
All within just 200 days. G'day everybody, Chaotic here.
I awaken on Valguero, ready and eager to prepare to hunt down the savage beast. I gain my bearings, and wasting no time, I begin the basics. Picking up stones, punching trees, I craft a pick, and I make some clothes. And then I brutally murder this dodo to finish crafting my shoes and gloves. Berries. Carrying on, I craft a sturdy spear made out of sticks. And then I craft a mortar and pestle? Experience? Maybe? I'm not really sure. After slaying some more dodos, I craft a bola, and then I use them to put a parasaur out of its misery. I proceed to craft a bow and some arrows. There we go, a little less blood on my hands. After grabbing some more materials, I build a canoe. I dub her SS Flippy Boat. Here we go! Okay, time for a small explanation. On my cluster, I have a small list of mods for creatures, both vanilla and modded alike. There's Ark additions in the Domination Rex, the Valguero extension mod that adds expansion creatures to Valguero, and then there's the vanilla tech creatures mod that adds tech creatures already in the game files, like the Tech Giga, to various maps. Carrying on, I gather some sand and craft a boomerang. I head out to enjoy the wonderful scenery, and eventually I come ashore to see if I can find some crystal. No luck, but I do find some free meat. I try to knock out a 145 Pteranodon, but it wasn't enough and it gets away. What's going on here?
Might just be easier to do this.
Nice.
Much experience I get out of that. Nice, 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 nice. Where did my canoe go? Does anybody remember where I parked? Dude, did I lose my boat? There we go. Upgrades. Mint. Try and backtrack our steps a little bit. Should be right here. I think the boat got destroyed. Son of a bitch. SS Flippy Boat. Dude.
After a long journey in the canoe, I find some crystal in what is probably the most dangerous spot I could find.
Is that crystal there? That looks like crystal right there. Don't die to Zeus, don't die to Zeus. 1 crystal, 2 crystal, 3 crystal, 4. Hi guys. That's a Zeef, that's a Zeef, that's a Zeef. He's distracted by something else.
After a long journey, I chose to temporarily set up near the aberrant cave entrance. I start smelting some metal and I craft some narcotics, and then a metal pick. Oh yeah, that's so much better. I proceed to craft a crossbow and a metal hatchet. This is moving along quite nicely. I find a low-level Anki not too far away, so I start pelting it with my boomerang. I was about to bola this Pteranodon when I heard the sounds of a predator. Haha, dumbass. Oh look, that Pteranodon. I kill this stego for its prime. And it's not long until this Pteranodon is up. I call it Respirator Granny Reginald. Shortly after that, Spanky Tyson is up too, and I craft a saddle and put Spanky to work immediately. After some time, I wanted to head out and get some keratin, but my canoe disappeared again. So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna build a raft. I headed down to the lake, to the White Cliffs Beach to harvest some dead turtles for some easy keratin. As I'm looking around, I come across a raptor. I take him by surprise because he was distracted. After that, I beat a Jerboa into friendship, just like Goku. So I call her Chi-Chi. Then I proceed to knock out this Dodig.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. That's not good. Fucking aloe's almost dead. Could I risk it for the biscuit? That is the question.
Got him. Haha! I kill a moth for the rest of the kite and I need to craft my pteranodon saddle. And I kill a sheep for its wool. And then I craft in place a storage box to hold all this damn weight. I look across the water to see
150 pteranodon.
I work my way around to get to it while he worked his way around in the opposite direction. I jump on my raft and I chase him around. And when he lands, I bola him like a pro. And then I knock him out.
Prime, we need some prime, we need some prime. What drops prime around here? Oh, we don't need prime, we just need sheep.
The sheep calls in the unlikeliest of reinforcements.
Run, bitch! Run!
I run past everything in the hopes that I can get it off me.
Oh no. There's 1,000 things you could be tagging, bud, not me.
The aloe finally changes targets to a turtle as I jump in the water. As I'm swimming back to shore, I realize that my Dodic is still taming, and I have to take out this aloe.
I think he's going down.
Haha! It isn't long before the pteranodon is up.
There he is. Terrible stamina. Terrible stamina, not bad damage.
I name him Ginger Maynard the Tatterball. After some time defending the Dodic, it eventually gets up, and I lead him onto the raft and head on home. On the way back, I named him after one of those shitty chatbots and carry on to find some easy experience on the beach. Once I'm back in base, I craft a saddle for the Dodic and I dump some weight and I head to the Valguero loot cave and start the process of gearing up.
Nice. Oh, look at that long neck. Ooh, look at that shotgun.
I started gathering materials for gunpowder and I craft a harpoon launcher and net projectiles. I finished the day off by doing one last loot run.
It's like the worst one, and it was the red. What the hell?
On day 5, after some more grinding and crafting, I set out to tame an Argy. I know, took me long enough, eh? This 145 will be nice.
A little bit surprised, bud?
Ah!
Fuck. No, there's a fucking acro too. Stick with me, buddy. Stick with me. Where did my fucking Argy go? Kinda curious. Did he fucking torpor run on me?
Okay, this one will do.
Aw, you fucking cunt.
Near the end of the day, I decided to try my luck again. I come across a 145, I net it, trank it, and feed it. As I'm waiting, I see a 145, and I think that might be the first one that got away. I repeat the process, and now I have 2 down. On day 6, while those RGs were taming up, I went to the green obelisk to transfer to Gen 2 to do some quick missions for some easy cryopods. I quickly locate a mission terminal and I start with Gamma Circuit Chase. This mission requires some crazy maneuvers to get through, and I quickly get through it. I get some okay loot, and then I do it on beta. I don't even check my loot this time, and then I jump straight into Elf.
No one's fucking
Got her! I get a cool mech cannon. Hopefully I'll get to use this one day. Up next is Slide and Glide. You have to ride a Maywing through a beautiful canyon and down a treacherous cave as fast as you can. After completing it all the way to Alpha, I move on to Slipstream Sweep. And I complete it all the way to Alpha.
So, do we get a victory lap?
Yeah, now for the slow, relaxing pace of Downriver Run. We're just gonna sit here and relax as we canoe our way to victory. Even with the speed boost, we don't go very fast. It's unfortunate, but you know how it is.
when you're just leisurely racing down a river in a canoe. After completing it on Gamma and then Beta, I attempt Alpha, but I make some mistakes and it costs me dearly, and I time out near the finish line. I give it one more attempt. As I'm about halfway through the mission, I mess up, and I touch the side, and I sink my canoe. That's 11 missions down, so I call it for now, and I head off to find a Maywing or two. It didn't take me long to find a 145. I net, and then I accidentally overdrank it. Oh shit. I find a sheep, so I kill it for its mutton. I pick up some stims to wake up the Maywing faster, and then I get lazy and I just buy some more stims. After she is up, I call her Zoomies. I find a 135 not too far away, and I repeat the process minus the overtranking. As I'm waiting for this one to get up, I see a cute little 145 otter, and I have to tame it. I head to shore and I wait for the Maywing to get up before I do. I name this one Nipple Duck. And then I tame the otter. I head to the terminal and I drop my junk loot. I really don't need that shit. I equip my new gear and then I upload the rest of the heavy items and I transfer, leaving my otter there like a dumbass. Back on Valguero, I get ambushed by a raptor and his gaggle of dillos. I quickly put them in their place and hack them to pieces. I dump all of my excess weight into Zoomies and I head back to base to craft a saddle. I then head back, swap them out, go home, drop off my stuff, and then head back to Gen 2 to recover my otter. And then I head home again. The Argents are now up, and they got some decent stats. After potting them up, I went on an exploration mission to find a permanent place to call home. I came across some mammoths in the snow, and I decided to try and tame them. I'm starting to get cold, so I unpod my otter for some neck warmth, and then I begin to trank the mammoth. I attempt to neck gun them, but I forgot that you can't. So, a new plan, shoot them from above. Are you walking up this fucking thing? Jesus fuck. Down it goes. After collecting some berries, I notice 145 snow owl, what the fuck? It's too good of a find to pass up early game. After neck gunning and tranking it, it escapes. And I'm on the chase. I eventually catch up and I manage to neck gun it again. I get it tamed up by day 8 and I carried on exploring. Oh, it's a 145. Bogey key. Bant. Back at my temporary home, I unpod the entirety of the new squad, and I call the mammoth Mamoswine. The snow owl is now Uber Eats, the male Argent is now Death Pigeon, female is Flippy Board. I pod up the gatherers and I head off to search for that new home again. I quickly locate this nice little place with a redwood tree growing next to it. I check to see what resources are around, and there's plenty of metal, oil, crystal. This place will be a good spot to call home. I unpod the gathering team and I go back to get everybody else. I then get the basics crafted and down before I can truly get to work on the base. The local wildlife might be a problem though. Ooh. I decide to use my entire tame force to bring down this massive beast. But then things go awry after it falls. Might have some losses. Oh, respirator granny. I guess I'll just have to get these base defenses up. I place some random foundations around to prevent creatures from spawning inside the walls. And then I head off to get some paste. I place down the forges, and I make and place a tree platform. And here we go. After getting most of the building figured out, I needed a ton of crystal, so I gathered up my Anki and my Argies, and I headed to the hidden crystal cave. After grabbing tons of crystal, it's time to head back with my 2 full Argies. Uh-oh. Just run out of stamina? We did. Uh-oh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Death.
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute.
Good thing I'm not on hardcore, because that would have pissed me right off. I respawn, and I head back to my corpse, and I hope that my otter doesn't die. I get there, and I see that my otter is safe. I grab him and my stuff. No. Hey guys, thank you for bumping me up. I whistle down the Argies, my only hope to escape this situation. I get them to attack one at a time in quick bursts. But then the wolves, for some reason, get distracted by something else, and I take advantage, and I swap to an Argie so I can head on home and get back to work. Aw, man, that is one hell of a build, and it looks great. I'm looking forward to living here for the remainder of the 100 days. And beyond? On day 15, after doing some finishing touches on the base, I head out to tame myself some tech creatures for, reasons. And then a Phiomia, for no reason at all. I swing into the loot cave and I get a...
Ooh, 199.4 long neck.
Back at base, I make some bookshelves for the blueprint collection I've been getting from running the cave and grabbing random sky drops on my journeys. After doing some gathering and loot raiding, I went off to the Lost Island map to tame a couple of different creatures. First up is a dung beetle. All you gotta do is feed these guys some poop, and they'll be your best friends for life. Honestly, I wish it was that easy to make friends in real life. Up next is the most amazing shoulder pet the cinema crops. Feed them some chitin, follow them around, feed them some more, and they'll be your best friend too. After it tames up, I tame another one as backup, and I name this one Clunt. And after that, I figured I'd take a stroll through the loot labyrinth to see what loot I could find. Oh, shit!
Okay, we gotta keep running, keep running. Nice! There we go.
I head back home where I finally decided to name my otter. And then my first Xeno.
Surdy the Savage!
I crafted a moat potion and I had a little bit of fun with it. And then I set out my new fertilizer factory,
Zalot.
bred up my Maywings to get eggs, I snuck into the loot cave again, and I missed my jump.
Uh-oh, we're going down. No, the Savage was burned to death. Ah!
Day 18, I crafted a hatchery, generator, grill, and hatched some baby trikes for spare parts. And then I crafted an air conditioner out of them. I dealt with a massive trespasser American style, and then I placed 2 preserving bins to start making jerky. I put in some tree sap taps, and then I went off to tame my favorite baby blender. And she was up by day 19. I headed to Lost Islands again to steal a Magmasaur egg, but first I may as well grab some loot from the labyrinth.
Ooh, there's a Fabby.
I made my way to the volcano, and I slid right in until I seen it. Swooped around the pillar, and then slid up, grabbed the egg, and took off. Easy peasy.
Nice, 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 nice.
Back on Val, I headed to the Wyvern Trench to get some sulfur. Turns out, this was a bad idea.
that ain't good. Great, now we're burning and freezing. This ain't good at all. If we make it out of this, it'll be a bloody freaking miracle. Holy shit. Oh my goodness.
That was fucking close, man. Comment down below, Chaotic forgot to wipe the floor, to let me know that you not only watched this nearly epic fail, but to confuse everybody else who skipped this part. After that trench incident, I hatched out some new combined stat, Maywings. I can't be taking any more risks like that. And I finally hatched out my Magmasaur egg. I finished imprinting my Maywings, and then I named my Phiomia Poop Cow. And the Magmasaur is now Lava Blaster. I then placed down the start of my garden and I set up a loadout mannequin. On day 22, I heard it was a Mutagile day on Gen 2, so I quickly hurried over so I could farm some. I desperately want a Harvester Strider. I get there and I punch my way to victory. This free tech shit is just too OP, man. I keep some ambergris for Lava Blaster and I headed off to look for a Strider. It wasn't long before I found a low-level one with the right attachments. To tame these crazy things, you require X amount of missions and some mutagel to start the process. After that, you hack into the creature's brain with a minigame of clicking at the right moment. And then you wait for it to walk far enough away and hope it doesn't get stuck in some sort of death loop. This one, unfortunately, did get stuck in that loop. In between it walking in circles, I went to go check on Lava Blaster, where I discovered that the baby boon effect was in place and I could not imprint it. So I just potted it up and I headed back to finish taming the Strider. Eventually it was just stuck in place and lost all of its taming progress. So I punched it in the face and I kited it to a flatter place away from all the cliff walls. And it went so much easier from there. After I tamed it, I took it for a test drive before uploading the metal it gathered and the Strider. After doing some things while waiting for a drop to come down near my base so I can download the Strider, I decided it's time to steal some Aberrant Deinonychus eggs. These modded dinos are just glowy versions of their surface cousins. They only spawn in Val's underworld, and after getting to the nest site, I quickly checked each nest before coming across a 145. I scooped it, and then I went on an egg hunt rampage that even the Easter Bunny would have feared.
Stuck. I'm stuck. No, my unnamed Naywing. You fuckers.
I headed home to hatch up my spoils and to see what my best stats are. A drop is finally coming down outside my base. I recover the Strider and I strip mine the entire area of everything. Resources will never be a problem again. I named the Strider
Tin Can 9,000.
and I finally get my garden growing and gave myself an overdue haircut. But because I had no dye yet, it's just basic. I found, and after some struggle, knocked out a 130 Yudi. After she went down, I gathered some prime, and I headed out to find her a mate. I found a 150 male not too far away, but I decided to trap this one, and then I went back to check on the female. And guess what? She's under attack.
Of course there'd be shit fighting around the goddamn thing when I get here.
I clear it up, and she's also out of food. Double negative, man. I decided to craft some protection for her, but I'm out of wood. And after eating some wolves off the cliff and gathering some, I made him place the gates. I put the food in her in a rush, because Loved Evolved is here and the servers need updating. And I knew if I shut down the servers, I would lose her, and a ship-tamed Beauty at this point is better than nothing. Both Beauties are up, and they turned out pretty okay considering. I went to get some loot when I fell into the lava, and Tarka the otter died. The worst part is I didn't even notice. I dived into the underground for more aberrant deans, and after scooping a few more and hatching them up, I got a couple of stat upgrades. On day 27, I decided to tame myself some manas. I came across a 130, but by the time I cleared the area, she disappeared. I ended up finding a 145 by the blue obelisk fighting a bear. After carefully separating them, I neck gunned and trapped the mana and quickly knocked it out. I headed to the Chalk Hills to belly flop a sheep for some mutton, and the mana tamed up instantly when I returned. After playing around with her, I called her Frostbite. And then on day 28, I knocked out another Yudi. And then I headed off to Extinction to look for more manas in the It wasn't long before I found this high-level girl. Freeze, gate, trank, kill a sheep.
My mutton, bitch.
And tame. Well, fuck. That's a loss. I continue on taming more. I suddenly come up with a plan to retrieve the floating mana.
Well, you know what I could do? You know what I could do now that I think about it, okay? Here's what we could do, alright? If I could get up enough height, get to it by buzzing by it with the RG, we could grapple it and give it its saddle. There we go. Oh, we're going down. Oh, we got it. Oh, look at that.
After her recovery, I spent the remainder of the day hunting down more manas, but to no avail. I decided it's time to head home. I get the manas out, I pick out their best stats, and then I set up the deans and manas to combine their stats. I craft and placed an indie forge, and then I spent the next couple of days grinding and crafting and breeding. By the end of day 32, I was ready to head to Scorched Earth and tame myself a ton of acros, and after killing some weak ones, I found my first friend. I trap it with billboards and shoot it until it goes into its defense stance, and then I continue shooting it until it roars. I then proceed to run up and feed it biotoxin. I rinse and repeat this process until it's knocked out. The acro is by far one of my favorite creatures to tame.
Oh, you think he's going down? He's going down.
I did this for a couple of days, and nothing much exciting happened other than I accidentally ate some biotoxin like a dumbass, and then a deathworm came to say hi. I went home once to repair and stock back up on supplies, and then I headed back to tame some more, and another deathworm said hi.
Colors on that one.
Oh, hello. But I killed this one. Before heading home, I tamed a couple of more dung beetles, and then I headed back to base where I unpotted and checked out my new acros. I continued on with more breeding with the deans and the manas, and then I headed to Rag to see if I could find some more acros, and maybe some free loot. I found one, and then I accidentally killed it. Rest in peace, little guy. I find a 145 Giga too, but I'm not really equipped to tame it. I don't think billboards slow him down. I get this acro trapped and knocked out, and then I proceed to kill everything else.
Oh, we're out of stamina. Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round. Gotta take the shit round. Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
I end up finding this gorgeous one, and I love its colors. And that is the only reason I need to tame it. While waiting around, I finished causing the acro extinction on Ragnarok.
Come on, bud. Fight me. Oh, wait. Haha. Sucker. After the ones I have knocked out tame up, I head home. I decide I want an egg incubator, so I set off to collect some pearls to make electronics. Back at base, I forgot Etten was on follow, and he didn't make it. Etten. Oh shit, no! Rip Etten. No, buddy! This incident has now forced me to actually finish combining the stat Maywings. You know, just in case I'm dumb again. After that, I began the noisy practice of breeding acros. I went to the underground to wipe out the crab people for some easy polymer. That way I can finish crafting the incubator so I can see the stats a little bit easier. I crafted some kibble out of the leftover Maywings eggs, and it was so easy with the cooker, and after finding my next line in the acros, I took the highest melee one out for a small walk. Just stand right there for me, bud. By going into defensive stance, it gains rage, and when it's full, this thing becomes a very scary killing machine. That's what we're talking about. Yeah! Mmm! It started to get crowded around my base, so I cleaned up the more useless creatures and then I started combining the UD stats. I ventured off to Crystal Isles to steal a massive amount of honey, and I'll admit I was kind of worried about it. But I took my time and I picked off the bees one at a time before stealing a ton of honey and getting the fuck out of there. I crafted a couple of SS beehives and I placed them in my kitchen. Normally I would go out and tame bees, but I really wasn't up for it and I just skipped that part entirely. I hit up a red drop with a ring. 2 Deinonychus saddles I don't have to craft, hell yeah. And I finally got the stats combined on the Deinonychuses, and Veronica and Paul were born. And then I logged off for the night. When I logged back on, they were grown and ready for action. But I parked them instead and I breed up for more of the army. I would like to take on the Valguero bosses on beta to unlock the transmitter engram. By the end of the day, Oscar and Tom were all grown up. I gather my stuff and it's time to head to the lunar to tame some Rexes.
Any landing you can walk away from is a good one, huh? Teleporting away.
I hunted around the biome finding low and high level. I decided to be picky this round and only tame the better ones. 32 health, 162. Alright. I find one that meets my requirements and I place down some sleeping bags just in case shit goes horribly wrong. I attempt to get it in the trap, but there's so many fucking things trying to kill me that I end up getting knocked off the edge. No worries though. I get her in the trap and knock her out before I carry on and see what else I can find. I find this nice pink one with high melee, and I trap him and start tranking him. As I'm getting him lower, he turns around and walks right out of my trap, and this confused me. So I pick up the one side, and then he turns around and walks right back in. Nice. Three decent Rexes down in a matter of minutes. I love this place. My first Rex is up and it has 40 points to health. It's not great for a tech Rex, but it's not bad considering I don't have a whole lot of time to hunt for better ones. 45 to wait. What the fuck? After getting a few, I decided to do a mission. Built Fjord Tough. It's a gauntlet mission.
We got a gauntlet in place.
I run around, pick up weapons, and kill everything. After I completed it, it's time to head home again. I pick my best stats, and I begin to breed the Rexes. I take Oscar out for the first time for some light training, and to find a Megatherium for the Swamp Cave for the boss artifacts. I also came across a 140 Velonosaur with decent melee, so I might as well force him to be my friend too. After looking around for a bit, I went off and started gathering the artifacts I needed for the fight. I proceeded with making a scuba tank and some Megatherium saddles, and then I hashed out some more of the Dean army. Then I placed down some artifact pedestals. Plus, I named the Megatherium The Return of BBB.
Big booty bitch.
And then I head off to get the final artifacts from the Swamp Cave. As I got there, I decided to take on the Broodmother, Mono a Mono. It was a long fight, but for the most part, I had the high ground. Once she was down, I charged into the cave to discover I am truly a noob as I didn't bring enough scuba to ghillie ratio. And then I started taking damage. But no worries, I got those sweet medical brews. I worked my way through the cave knowing where the artifacts are, but not remembering what one is where and that I need to get. So I just go and grab all of them. I made it out with relative ease. I went out and I found an Alpha Rex just begging me to kill it. So I did, and then I carried on hunting for the required Valguero boss tribute items. I hit up the swamp for the snake venom and Sarco skins, and that was easy peasy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Then I killed a bunch of Rexes and Bronos, and I went on a hide gathering spree before carrying on with breeding and crafting saddles.
Oh yeah, that's working magnificently.
I leveled up the Deinonychus that were in pods, and I took the D-Venger. Wait, no, that's not going to work. Shit. After that massive killing spree, I decided to kill some alphas for a little bit extra experience. And then I began preparations for what is most likely a suicide mission. I head to the obelisk and I unpod the, I don't really still have a name for them yet, but yeah. And, are you ready? First objective, get that dragon's attention and lure it to me. I got her attention and she came at her own time and pace. She was in no rush to kill me, and when she finally got there, we'd started doing an insane amount of damage to her with my pack of buff, fluffy Deinonychus. They were really giving it to her hard and fast. It wasn't long before she fell. But she fell onto most of my Deans, getting them stuck inside her. Oh, hi there, bud. I began attacking the Manticore with what I had, but it really wasn't doing a damn thing. I attempted to eat the dragon, but she was resistant. So I gave up and I started shooting the Manticore. I seen that the Megapithecus got angry. I'm assuming by a stray Deinonychus. I didn't want to fight it yet, but I guess I have no choice. The army started falling nearly instantly, and I knew this was it. I had no chances of winning. But I wasn't giving up. I attempted to kite the Megapithecus around to see if we could hold out long enough to win. But soon, it was just Veronica and myself, and we were running in and out to attempt to keep that bleed refreshed, but soon even she was starting to succumb to both her wounds and her torpidity. I tried to make a quick escape around a rock to give her a moment's rest. Oh, shit.
Everyone's dead.
I ran out and I got stuck for a moment where the Manticore took full advantage of it.
No, 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 no. This ain't good. Veronica's gonna die next.
I ran up and around. And there I noticed the Megapithecus was stuck. I managed to get a few good attacks on the Manticore. And Veronica was no longer able to fight, and she passed out. With the monkey army fast approaching, I'm forced to abandon her, and she dies soon after.
No, Veronica!
I try to run and shoot, but this is something I can't do forever. Or can I? Oh, that's where Kitty's tequila went. Oh! I spawn in and jump on Oscar, and I head on home. Satisfied with what little success I had, I carry on with breeding. I ended up having a visitor, and...
Come on, dance with me, bud. Come on, we gotta just sit here and dance, 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 dun, 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 dance, dance, dance.
I hooked up some lights to brighten the place up a bit. I was starting to feel like I was living in a dungeon. And after that, I found and tamed a female Velonosaur. I proceeded to head to Gen 2 to hunt for some better loot from its drops, mostly hoping to scoop free tech stuff. Junk. 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 Junk.
No! Fucker.
After the ship flies into hyperspace, I take the opportunity to circuit chase for the world buff to increase the quality of loot from drops. I try it on Alpha, but I immediately fuck up. Then this
Making you
happens.
jump through hoops, huh?
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Anyways, it's a failed run, but I push on anyways. So I opt to do it on beta afterwards. No point in wasting too much time here. And then I head back to the loot hunt.
Yeah, that's nice.
I slipped home for some quick mutations and I came right back for more loot. And I found a drop with Wilson in it.
Oh, is that what I think it was?
I grabbed some loot and I decided to try some missions. First up is Beta Velonosaur stock. I follow the tracks. And honestly, the mana handles Beta fairly good.
Hunter 1.
After completion, I attempt Shadowmane Prowl on beta, and it was a little bit more difficult, but I still completed it easily enough. Feeling confident, I decided to take on Ferox Call on beta. I get to the first spot, and even though I had the high ground, he still knocked me off.
Alright, we'll do this my way then. Piss off. Meet you at the next spot.
The second spot went much better.
Yeah, you take it in the face there, baby. You take it in the face. Thanks for coming.
But the third spot was tricky.
At least I kind of got him in this nice little spot where he's just there. He's trying to get a little bit closer to hit me because he's not far enough away to use his rock thing, but he's not close enough to hit me, so he's trying to get closer and he can't. It's a win-win.
I finally finish it off, and the final bear drowns.
Hunter 1. Prey 0.
I buy some pods, and I head home. I place down Wilson, and I get back to breeding. On day 53, I was out and about when I came across a battle between a Yeti and a Brachy. I figured I could get an easy double kill.
No, 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 no! Come on, Oscar, get away from that. Oh, rip Oscar. Do 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 do. Dude, he got a mutation. Weird green, but it's a mutation. Oscar. Sorta Junior.
I found this gorgeous 150
30 to melee.
and I think it's time. I want these gigantic beasts to fight the savage Acro with. In order to knock these guys out, you must kite them around while you hold their aggro until it lifts up to do its stomp attack. From there, you can shoot its ankles, causing torpor to rise. No idea why, but this is how it is. So, I do this over and over again until she goes down. The Sinnoh was the MVP on this uneven terrain as well.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
After waiting a while, my Brachy gets up with a ton of melee.
Nice. What'd you get?
45 melee. I crafted a saddle, and I take my Brachy for a walk.
Oh. 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 Oh.
And then I head out and search for a mate for my gorgeous girl. I search and search and search, and on my way home I see a potential stud with higher HP. I clear up the area and I convince this big ass thing to take a nap.
Oh fuck.
I fill it full of narcotics and I wait back at base to get some more mutations in. Once it's up, I return and watch it murder everything. I pot him up, I take him home, and I introduce him to his missus. I spent the next couple of days breeding everything for mutations and stat combining. Veronica 2.0 was born, and she's gotten a bit of an upgrade. I got a lot of mutations done and I headed out on day 57 to find a better theory. I found one on the edge of the jungle near the Chalk Hills. I dragged her into more open territory and I knocked her out. While I'm waiting, I found a near immortal compy.
It's an immortal compy. What the fuck? The hell's going on here?
Let's try fire! and his very cute pink friend, so I did what any logical person would do. But there he gets up, and I named her Cher. I headed back to Lost Island to try my luck in the loot labyrinth again. I got an okay pump shotgun blueprint, but for the most part all I got was junk. I then headed to Gen 2 to hit up the drops where I noticed that the loot buff wasn't active anymore, so I quickly did Circuit Chase again. I then spent all of day 59 just picking up drops and gaining a lot of awesome stuff along the way. On day 60 it's back to the grind and I nearly lost Oscar Jr.
Oh shit. Don't you dare fucking stomp. Get the fuck out of that.
And Cher is pulling her weight harvesting me tons of hide for saddles.
That's another Perlovia.
I come up with a brilliant idea. I'm gonna build a turret tower to help me fight the savage Acro. So I gather and build all I need to set up a crafting farm in a high wood, high metal area. I then use the transmitter to upload Tin Can to take it there for this idea. Now all I really need is a good wood gatherer. So I swing by a mammoth heavy area to tame one, and then...
Oh no. Okay, we have a potential casualty. Where's Bubblegum? There he is. Weird spot to be, bud. Yeah, where's my mammoth?
I finish knocking her out, and I carry on to a location where the jungle has a ton of metal, and begin to set up. After doing a quick meat run, it's back to mutations, and then I head off to pick up my mammoth and get to work on grinding wood and metal, and then it's back to even more mutations. Then something crazy happens. I get paid to tame a dodo with a super chat. I arrive, knock out the dodo, and then I get paid to kill it and tame a dillo.
We're naming him Team Dillo.
And thus begins Team Dodo and Team Dillo for the remainder of the stream. I then hit up the Wyvern Trench for mass polymer farming, and I upgraded the ammo outpost. By the end of day 63, I decided to go out hunting for Wyvern eggs, and the best I could find was a level 85. But all I really wanted for is to carry a gas bag to a safer location on Extinction, so I'm not that worried about it being great. I then return home and I test out Veronica's power on another Bracky. After stomping out most of the wildlife, I return home to...
What the fuck?
They sent an incursion force while I was out. Well, only one thing to do. If you kill the death pigeon, you must become the death pigeon.
Down it goes.
I head off to Extinction to give Veronica a true test on a red OSD. After some searching, I found a high-level gas bag, and I'll come back for that later. I spent a bit of time popping OSDs and veins that I didn't want until a red finally came down. I forgot I wanted to breed to get some chocolate hearts just in case I got into trouble, so in the last second I popped them out and I started breeding. This was a very stupid idea. I curb stomp Wave 0 into oblivion. Wave 1 comes along, and I tap my feet to the beat until I can mega stomp again. And that's where things went wrong. Very, very fast. back to breeding, I guess. I hatch out an army of brackies, and I name every single one of them after a Patreon supporter. Links in the description. Day 66, and I begin to craft the golem trap. I took the Strider on a tour of the map so I could collect tons of obsidian. I swung by base to get in some more mutations real quick, and nothing to really see here. I did check to see if I had some obsidian at base, and yeah, I got tons. I upload it, and I head back to the ammo depot. I download everything, and I craft tons of cannonballs. I placed a turret and I set it to RGs. Pew pew, motherfuckers. I set off to find a rock golem to tame, and I come across a 135 in the Chalk Hills. I set up my gates, and I plop down a cannon. I go and I pull the golem and I kite him to the trap. But this Diplo is a dick and fucks it all up.
Oscar, what are you doing, bud? It's right into the danger zone.
I then notice the trap is too small. Oh, I'll get this, I swear. Awesome, it's down. Now to get a few more.
Okay, down he goes.
After looking around for a few more, I headed to Scorched Earth to try my luck there. I come across a 145, and he gives me the runaround.
Oh shit.
Knocking Etten off and just being an outright cunt. I get Etten and I come back up and I reset my cannon and I try again. Once down, I pick up my trap and continue the search. Once these two are up, I decided to head home. Things appear to be grown up, so it's time to get back to mutations. It seems fitting to be doing this on day 69.
Oh my god.
My wyvern is all grown up, so I head to Extinction to tame that gas bag. I found it, switched to the wyvern, killed and ambushed. I dropped it in the city, pulled out my net gun, and... fuck me. I log in and I find it. And I actually get a trap this time. Then I begin the long process of freezing it to deflate it so I can do full torpor. After getting the gas bag down, I headed to the desert cave for the artifact, and the Maywing was able to make this an easy grab. Up next is the Ice Titan cave, and I decided to do something really dumb and fly the Maywing in. Going in is downhill and mostly not that big of a deal, but coming back out, oh boy. There's a few Sarcos here and I lure them off the cliff. I grabbed the artifact and I headed back out.
Hello there.
Now on to the forest cave. I decided it would be safer to go in with Tom and hope I don't aggro those pesky Microraptors and Purlovius. Other than taking a beating from the big things, most of the small stuff ignored me. And it didn't take long to get to the artifact. I now have all 3 artifacts and I plan to hatch myself a Domination Rex.
Alright.
I collect up my gas bag and I set off to finish my little side quest. I get the teeth I needed, and that pretty much ends the most productive day 69 I've ever had. I spent all of day 70 trying to complete a 10k element vein. I spent more time waiting for things to actually show up than fucking killing things. But in the end, I got it, and I harvested every node for that sweet, sweet element. I gathered the final remaining hearts and I crafted the egg. I then crafted all of the skins, but in my opinion, they should be eggs too. Back at base, I discovered that mistakes were made. I left things breeding. Don't do this. It can kill servers on occasion. But on the bright side, I now have a ton of eggs to sort through for mutations. I named the gas bag, and this was chat's idea, not mine. But it's awesome nonetheless.
Snowy fart sack.
After a quick meat run, I built a growing cage for the Domination Rex. I needed some wood to complete setting up a generator for the ACs, but then I got ambushed by a large pack of wolves.
I'm about to lose my fucking guy.
Rest in peace, bud. You'll be missed. I get the generator up and running, and I hatch my first ever Domination Rex.
Shit.
I know what these guys can do, and I'm slightly scared it'll eat me. But soon I'll figure out it won't eat me, so it's really no longer scary.
Oh shit.
I named my Domination Rex King Thresh. I then started to hatch out my army, starting with the Uties while trying to finish my other mutation lines. After that, I started hunting for Acroglands because it would be nice to fight the beast here. The real Etten found Clunt, who's been missing for a few days now, and yeah, he was at the Green Obelisk. On the way back to base, the server crashed. After the server was back up, I looked for all the mutations again, and I had to retrieve Clunt for a second time. I attempt to get some Acros to spawn in by wiping out everything in that area. I only get a couple to spawn in, so I just give up and I head back to base to check on my babies.
Oh, what the fuck? There's no way he starved. Oh no!
After that disappointment, I headed to Extinction to tame some low-level gotchas, just to try and breed them to get an element gotcha maybe at some point. I found a 140, but she was too sad to be tamed. This one here is also too sad. I carry on to my next potential tame.
Shit. Oh, we're going down.
Fuck off. I get back to my stuff and die! Finally tame a gotcha. I head back to the city to collect my element. I need to get a new baby Domination Rex so I can let that one starve too. I start smashing things around the city for some extra element dust, and then I went hunting for hearts, and then I grabbed the artifacts again. I crafted my new egg, and then I headed home. I dropped the egg and I placed my gotchas, and I head out to look for more Acros. No luck. I'm starting to feel that Valguero might be a bad map to take on the Savage Acro. With a very limited amount of Acros to kill, and then with just a little over 25 days left, I don't got a whole lot of time. I do decide, however, it's time to start combining up what mutations I got to create the army. I start off with the Brackies breeding first, because then I can also use their offspring for hide farming.
Queen. Fresh.
I do a mass meat run and I start hatching out the Deinonychus army. And I craft a few more troughs in preparation for the growth load of all the dinos I'm soon to pop out. The hunt for Acroglands was still proving difficult. I did find this sexy Tech Rex, and it happened to be stuck.
Damn.
What are you doing, step bro?
I head off to Gen 2 while I wait so I can get some alpha missions done for lots of points so I can buy lots of cryopods. It was going well until the final part, The incoming damage enraged Tom right away, and even though he's doing a boatload of damage, he's also getting pummeled too. I attempt to kite them away to ease the incoming damage, but I'll only be able to back up so far. I bring out Big Boy, and he didn't fare out much better, getting nearly killed, but he still did some decisive blows to take down a few of them. I return with Tom and I finish them off.
Now that's what I call a hunt.
After finishing the mission, I bought as many cryopods as I could carry. Back at home, I started to pot up all the Deinonychus that were grown up. I then crafted and placed down some more cryo fridges to store the near 400 tames I plan to raise. I begin by hatching all the Deinonychus and then a bunch of Brachy's, and then I hatch out the combined mutation Rexes and Acros. On day 78, I began crafting all the Dean saddles, but I ran out of wood. I head to my ammo depot and I bring everyone here home for a little bit. I was having a crazy engram glitch where everything I learned before this point I couldn't make. So I did what any sane, logical person would do. Can't be doing that on hardcore.
Fix it? It fixed it. Good.
Crafting saddles is taking forever. So I craft some focal chili and it slightly boosts my crafting speed. I spend most of the next 5 days raising babies, crafting saddles, doing some baby blendering, and grinding for resources. Having some fun along the way.
See if we can get him.
By the end of day 83, I was looking for something else to do and I headed off to Gen 2 to get more pods, as I was starting to run low again. After completing 2 more Velonosaur stocks on Alpha, I bought all I could carry and then I headed back home. On day 86, the queen is all grown up and ready to tear shit apart.
What? Look at that damage. Damn, 30k.
And now she's officially becoming my new meat runner. Holy fuck nuggets, Batman! Turns out they are not immune to Primal Fear Roars though, and I nearly lost her.
Oh shit! This is not good. This is not good. This is really not good. Oh! At least we were able to take that a little bit. Oh fuck, I thought I was gonna do way more.
I slip home to grab a chocolate heart box to heal her up. I can't be taking any chances. And then I checked out all of her skins. I have one request though, make these skins an actual egg instead. Anyways, fun's over, back to the grind. Day 89, I went in search of a good place to fight the Savage Acro, but if I can't get enough glands, it doesn't matter much anyways. At this point, I only had 7 of the 50 I needed, and no luck in getting more than 1 or 2 to spawn in at a time. Mind you, I wasn't trying very hard. I still need to craft those turrets, so now I'm searching for those materials too. 10 days left, I still have to finish growing the army, pick the location, and farm the acro glands. This is going to be tight. Good thing I'm on an active cluster, but I've been recording about 5 to 10 hours at a time. So technically I have 2 more logins left, and I'll have to take advantage of that fact. But first, I head to the island where I remember there are tons of acros around and lots of nice places to set up for this boss fight. I come across this nice spot. It has an open plains for the army and a high spot for the turrets, Velonosaurs, and golems. I go back to base and I craft the remaining parts of the tower and I check on the babies, all 270-ish of them before I log off for the night. It's day 91 and it's time to saddle and pod this mess up. Good thing you guys don't have to sit here and watch this. This took nearly 2 fucking hours to do, and I've never wanted to use that soul ball mod in my life until this very moment. All that's left is to grow up the final Velonosaurs, and the army is complete. I headed to Rag for a change of pace. There's not much I can do until these dinos sit in pods for a couple of days, so I grabbed some desert loot crates, and then I head to the Ice Queen's lair. I felt I should have at least 1 or 2 more boss kills under my belt before this ends. I hit up the easy loot in the beginning of the cave before proceeding into the heart of the lair. This will also be a good test to see how far the Deans have come. I worked my way deeper into the cave when I came across my first death worm, and it died very quickly. I was impressed. Alright, honestly, I didn't care. I carried on, ripping my way through the cave, grabbing loot as I went before I finally reached her lair. I grab my spoils and I head on home and drop off my loot before heading back to Rag. And then I get lost for a moment trying to remember where the cave was. But after an embarrassingly long time, I find it. Charge in, vaguely remembering what way to go. I make my way through and I grab the loot without really aggroing anything, but as you know, Sinnoh's OP. I get to the artifact room, clear out the couple of onyx, and I make my way into his lair. I fly up to the perch, clear out the crystal, and then I murder him in cold blood. On he goes. I grab my spoils, and I head on out.
Oh boy.
Day 95 starts off with me ripping an RG to pieces, before heading off to gather my ammo, to take to the island to start setting up my turret tower, and testing the Volanosaur's range before doing some back and forth to get my elementals. Now, since I changed maps, the two I tamed on Valguero, they're not transferable for some reason, and I can no longer use them. Day 96. It's been a week since I last logged on, and I got so much to do in these last 4 days, I'm not even sure if I can get it all done. But I'm going to try. I have to level everything into melee to do as much damage as I can, but I can't transfer before I do it, or they will lose that bonus experience. Hindsight is 20/20 after all. So begins the longest 4 hours of setup I have ever done for a boss fight in my life. Day 100. It's nearly time, but I can't seem to find enough acros. That's when it hits me. There was a nerf a while back that reduced how many acros spawned on the island. I'm way too deep now to change my mind and go to another map. So I call in a favor, and my cousin Slip is here to the rescue. He has just enough glands to summon in the boss. I've technically farmed enough of these over the last 100 days, but they're not transferable, which is bullshit.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your tofurkey.
I take a quick look at my impressive army, and I whistle up the first wave and summon in this incredibly powerful beast. I whistle all to attack, and I begin to courage roar as best I can. I maneuver around to the side to avoid getting stomped when the first casualties fall. He goes in a rage and he destroys the remaining of the Rexes and Acros. My Brackies are all that's left of the first wave, fighting on like champions, but even they soon begin to fall. I rush to grab more. I give a quick buff to the last of the first wave, and then he does a massive attack and disintegrates the few that remain. The Acro then runs up the cliff and assaults the range division. This fight soon becomes a rush to keep the troops flowing. I start to attract the attention of those in the cluster wanting a front row seat.
Getting them.
He's halfway down and I still have plenty in reserve. The Brackies are proving to be the MVP of this fight.
Oh no 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 no.
%25 left. I send in the largest wave yet as I just J-whistle and send them in.
It's done. It's over. I can rest now. Natural Causes has hacked my cluster. Wait, what's the sound?
Hi there.
Oh, hi, Nat. Kidnapped me, and then he blew up my base.
You won't be having any need of this anymore.
And now he has only given me 100 days to defeat Primal Fear in order for me to reclaim my cluster. I awaken with a serious headache. What the hell?
Hey, you're finally awake.
Oh, my head. What the f?
Good luck, buddy.
Ah, god damn it, Nat. Oh, well, at least Nat was nice enough to leave me my kit. After gaining my bearings, I begin looking for something familiar and clearing out this infestation. Murdered. Oh, the f is that? Demonic Parasaur's got 700,000 health. Yeah, nothing I can do about that f***er. So what do we got here? We got a primitive pike, black leggings, doo-doo, Nuka Dodo. Okie dokie. Well, this is going to be harder than I thought. Oh, man. I thought it would be like a little explosion. I recover my stuff. Okay. None of my shit is useful. And I bring out Paul, my trusty Deinonychus, to travel on. And I begin killing alpha dodos, hoping for some loot when I notice something. That's another Nuka Dodo, ain't it? Run! Nope. Kamikaze Dodo. Okay. Still sounds scary as fuck. I carry on in the opposite direction when I see a very scary looking raptor, and I dive into the water hoping to escape it. I travel for a short time when I see an even scarier looking wyvern. Big, scary wyvern, what the f? And I don't even question it, and I just run. Oh no. I come to learn later though that this is a player-owned tame. But by the time I do, it's too late as I run into a toxic raptor and it pounces me right off Paul. And I get caught up in a Troodon death ball. And unfortunately on my way back, Paul dies from unknown causes. Paul's dead already? So I'm forced to bring out my trusty Sino, where I run and fly from island to island until I get across the strait. And I bring out Cher and then Tin Can to help me gather enough materials so I can make a boat. I see a Droideka and it's attacking everything, so I have to bring out my most powerful tame, Queen Thresh, so I can take it on. After it goes down, I begin building my raft base. This raft house isn't my best build, but it'll do for the time being. The fuck was that? I travel on and I find a little island right next to the giant skull rock, and I'm thinking that might be perfect to set up on. I swim Thresh across the water to the Skull Island to check out the resources, hoping I can scoop some crystal. And then I head back to base, where I begin hoovering up everything I can with Tin Can 3000, and I build myself a Primal Fear smithy before heading out to explore a bit. When suddenly I see a scary looking gotcha. There's a nasty looking gotcha thing in there. And it got murdered. Okay, whatever the f is hitting the gotcha, just killed the gotcha. There's a weird raptor in there. There's a weird raptor in there. Scared, I head back to base and I put everything away just in case my new raptor neighbor decides he needs some sugar. I build and place some crop plots and I get the water set up. I then get to work on setting up the foundations for my new home. I tame a Pteranodon, but unfortunately my power went out and I lost the footage. Carrying on though, I craft up some alpha flak armor. And by day 5, as I'm setting up to gather some resources, an Apex Megalodon comes in to say hi, and it really wasn't in much of a chatty mood. And as I was exploring, I find an alpha egg, and from my small, limited understanding of the Primal Fear mod, there is a bit of a tier system to taming. You start by taming regular dinos to use them to make toxic kibble, and then you can use the toxic kibble to make alpha kibble, and then alpha kibble to make apex kibble, and so on and so forth. Back at base, I build a primal forge, and these things smell like crazy compared to the vanilla ones. I finished off the day hunting what I can and taming a mate for my Pteranodon.
Ah! Fuck's sakes. I spent the start of day 6 hunting for loot and trying to find kibble dinos so I can make that toxic kibble. But the Velonosaur I was tranking disappeared? Interesting. Moving on, I crafted up some upgraded armor, and I went out to tame some dillos. I was almost home when a very scary Primal Megalodon boss was patrolling the water between my island and the mainland. And as I was thinking, an explosion almost took me out. After calculating for a moment, I had a big brain move. Thresh can stealth, and I can easily swim home. Oh yeah, they aggroed. Oh no, we're gonna lose Thresh. No. After that devastating loss, I took my raft out to the volcanic island so I could find myself a dung beetle. Only to find out later that I could have actually tamed one at home. After looking around on the ground floor, I couldn't find any beetles, so I went home and I grabbed a pteranodon. And after a small amount of looking, I find one on the side of the cliff, halfway up. How to get there? I don't know. Apparently you can't feed them massive poop. Guess their mouths are too small? I don't know. But after collecting some medium-sized poop, I wasn't long taming it up. I found a 140 Zeef on the beach, flopping around, and I have never tamed one, so I figured I would for kicks. And while I was waiting for it to tame up, I started placing my foundations for my real base, when I noticed a Megalodon was munching on my Zeef. Oh well, it's a downgrade, but I'm gonna knock out that shark. I then created a little chaotic. Isn't he so cute? And at the tail end of the day, I found another pteranodon to tame.
Okay. No.
Moving on to day 10, while I was waiting for her to tame up, I see a little parrot flying around. And I just have to have it. These little guys are just the cutest. And I'll love them for the remainder of this 100 days. My pteranodon tamed up, and I switched them out. And I flew off for home, where I found another high-level pteranodon. It's my lucky day. I fly home for a moment to grab some prime meat, and I seen a lead in my base. So I sent my super awesome shark to go fight it. And while it did that, I set up my tribe, and after my pteranodon tamed up, it's time for them to get to know each other a little better. And while they did that, I named my cute little parrot friend, Steven.
You look like a Steven.
On day 11, it was time to gather a literal crap ton of resources with tin can. And after it filled up, I came up with a super awesome plan, and I moved my boat over so I could transfer everything back to base. And then I upgraded that by adding more crafting stations along the path, so I could transfer them down the line to the boat. I'm a genius, I know. And on day 12, I put my plan to the test. And oh boy, did I ever get a ton of resources. As long as I have tin can, I'll be set, and this Primal Fear will be easy peasy. After that, I hatched out some baby pteranodons, and I upgraded some more armor, though I don't think it's really going to help. I headed out to look for an iguanodon, as I'm going to need it for primal narcotics. And then I came across a wandering loot boss? What the hell is that?
Ramshackle wandering loot boss.
Oh god!
The parrot's angry at me. Oh, but I got some babies out of that. Do not go near wandering loot boss. All I wanted was an iguanodon.
I get away, and as I'm nearly home, I get ambushed by an old friend.
Angry at me. Very angry. Very angry.
Well, I take the raft to go recover my stuff.
Yeah, that is not scary. That's not scary at all.
And when I get there, I take a moment to compose myself before I jump in. And I quickly bail from all that death.
I'm sorry you're angry. I'm sorry.
As a last-ditch effort to get away, I decide to just sacrifice myself, and that is when my roof breaks. Well, again. I attempt to move the boat away from the wreckage, but the parrot gets me before I place my bed. Now that the parrot is finally chill, I replace my roof with something more durable. Okay, time for a small explanation. For the next few days, I have to use my stream footage from Twitch. I had been recording my Grounded 100 days, and I forgot to switch the scenes back to Ark on OBS. So all I got is 4 hours and change of black screen. Haha, I'm an idiot, I know. Anyways, follow me on Twitch, chaotic_GYT. Day 13 starts off with creating some toxic kibble. And I'm finally starting to progress up. Hell yeah. My new imprinted pteranodons are ready, so I head off to go and tame some toxic dinos for their eggs so I can make alpha kibble. And I come across a Paleopara that I tamed. I don't remember taming you, bud. And on my way down the hill,
Oh shit. Oh shit. Dude, it's breaking shit. Be a bad time to run out of stamina, bud. Oh no! Ouch! Ouch! Son of a bitch. Nope.
okay, after getting my stuff back, I begin breeding the toxics for more egg layers, and then I get chased by a primal tech trike. And well, let's just watch.
Oh, that's an alpha lead? No! That ain't good at all. That ain't good at all. Me.
I continue on attempting to tame alpha dinos.
Oh, I was using the wrong thing. There's that other one. Where'd it go? No! Not purple murple! That sucks, man. Far away from home to be without a ride. Did he kill my trike? I think he killed my trike. Rip!
He killed my trike too. God, oh no!
Oh, that's an apex.
I come across an alpha pteranodon when I get ambushed by an alpha dodo.
Hi.
Now that that thing is down, I try to neck gun the pteranodon as that would be an awesome upgrade, but unfortunately, that failed. Of course.
Nope.
Well, at least I got the dodo. I knock out a low-level normal pteranodon when I get ambushed again, but this time by a stego.
Son of a...
So I'm forced to build a raft so I can get home. And after getting home, and I grab a replacement pteranodon, I head back out to get the rest of the alphas that I'll need for the kibble. When I come across another alpha pteranodon on day 15, and I attempt to trap it with some billboards, and as I was thinking it was working, it Houdini'd out of the trap.
What?
So after knocking out another dodo, I try to trap the pteranodon again. Well, at least its torpor is high, so I chase it around, hoping it'll land on, well, land, of course. And after I get it over the land, I scout around for any danger. And everything here appears to be peaceful.
Fabled. Not aggressive.
Okay.
Got him. Nice. What?
After it and another dodo that I knocked out is up, I build a raft and I sail home, where I begin making up some elemental kibble. And then I take out my new alpha pteranodon for a test run, so I could gather some prime meat. Now I need to find some elemental egg layers. I see these parrots around, but I'm told in stream that they do not work for kibble. But I come across an alpha 130 PT, and that would be a great mate for my current one. So after heading home to make a cage and to make some more kibble, I trap her up, but it's in a really bad spot. Just my luck, eh? After killing the Spino and being outplayed by an extra large dick bird, I finally get her knocked out. And after waiting for a bit, she finally tames up. While they are procreating in my backyard, I set off to make a primal sniper rifle. And these things are just incredibly expensive to make, and they require sap, which is weird, okay?
Taking a look around.
So I craft up some sap taps and I put them on the tree in the redwoods. Now that I got that done, I need some, and by some, I mean a lot of paste. Luckily, I found some beaver dams north of my base, in the lake. After that, I thought it might be a good idea to have a platform, so I can stand on it and collect my sap. And then, like a good neighbor, I unlocked my sap taps for everyone else. And then it's back for some more paste, where I nearly made a very deadly mistake as I attacked this fabled Casteroides.
That, I feel like, isn't a regular beaver. Dude, a fabled. Would that thing have killed me?
And after realizing the danger, I let it off a cliff, and I crafted my prize. Now I'm on the hunt for those elemental creatures that lay eggs. My goal, the Megaraptors. These giant Microraptors are no joke, but I couldn't seem to find one, and as I was looking for it intensely, I didn't notice that Death was also looking for me.
We're here.
Oh, the is that?
I'm dead. I might have dribbled a little bit there.
After a daring rescue of my I finally stumbled upon an iguanodon. As I said earlier, I'll need one of these for its seed converting ability so I can make those primal narcotics. I spent a good chunk of my time gathering, and I crafted a mind wipe tonic to reset my engrams, as I was running out of points very quickly. After getting all of that in order, I crafted up a new Alpha Pteranodon saddle, and then I crafted some toxic narcotics for my new gun, as these are 9 times more effective than the normal narcotics. Perfect. But I'm still lacking in the rest of the supplies I need for bullets. So while I was waiting for gunpowder, I killed an Apex Dillo, and it dropped a better sniper blueprint. Figures. But I still need some more paste when I get sideswiped by a regular Microraptor. Now time for the hard part. The mission? Find and tame those elemental Megaraptors. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. Oh no! An Origin Raptor, one of the first bosses I need to kill in order to progress, and I am in no way ready to deal with one of these bad boys. But if I can convince it to leave my bag, I can recover my shit. But it sounds like there are other problems around. After a few minutes of thinking, I finally nut up and I lead the Origin off the cliff. I grab my and I bail. Hopefully I don't make that mistake again. Okay, well, at least it was a new mistake. Haha. Where the did that come from?
That was nice, you bud.
Oh, we're gonna die. I may as well be on the ground floor. After a few deaths, it's now time to bring out my trusty theory. Success! I decide it's time to take a break from dying, and I set up the rest of my base's foundations.
Okay, that should have killed 3 minutes.
Before heading off to find those elemental egg layers, where I look directly at a Thyla on a tree, and then I let it pounce me like a jack. But with my handy neck gun, I was able to escape with what little pride I had left. And since I was looking for giant Microraptors, maybe they share spawns with the micro ones? So I start culling them over and over again for the next couple of days. On day 24, I decided to break and use the SS transmitter, just so I could find the little bastard. So I asked Nat if it might be okay if he turned on the capability on the server. After he did that, it turns out there were none on the map. A quick explanation though, with the release of the mighty Karchar, It turns out it may have slightly f***ed over some of the mods and how they spawn in their creatures. So this was borked from the word go. Thanks, Nat. So after a dino wipe, some elementals managed to spawn in, and I tracked down a featherlight of the element variety. But it was quickly dispatched after picking the wrong fight with a Dodo Rex. Just my luck. So after that, I decided to maybe get something I can shoot off the back of, and I hunted down an alpha griffin.
The f making that noise?
But there's something loud and scary sounding nearby. Thankfully, the griffin decided to move away from it, but it decided to take a swim. Well, after contemplating it, I managed to convince it to come to land, where we could hash out an employee contract.
So close. And it's down. That's noise. Beautiful.
Once he was tamed up, I named him Feltrez.
Damn, this griffin's sexy.
And back at base, I learned I can craft these things called tame helpers. These amazing items drop a tame's food by the percentage that you use. So I make a few for the next things I end up taming. I take Feltrez out and we collect some much needed paste when I come across a fabled gas bag, and I wanted to see if I could pick it up and kill it. But after I thought it tried to bite me, I changed my mind and I dropped it, and I went in for the dive bomb attacks instead. But it just vanished after a few attempts.
Where'd it go?
After getting some more paste, I headed out to explore around a bit when I came across the Frost Titan.
Chat is, what the f... Everything around here is like boom, 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 boom. Buffoon Fear Arks. Boom. 7,000. Damn. Him right up. Like I'm solo taking him with a Giga that can fly. Oh! I got hooked! I got caught! Oh, this might hurt. Oh! Yeah, I just gotta keep moving though. That's the struggle. Yeah, it's the struggle. And then occasionally I just get stuck. The Ice Titan is being drawn back to the center. Did it just heal up? Did. Like it's too focused on everything else and it just keeps wandering around trying to kill everything in it.
After some time though, we end up stalemating, as I just can't keep up with its healing, and he can't keep up with me. So I carry on, and on day 27 I finally find a Mega Raptor. And it came in too hot and too fast. When it decided to hit and run, I came in and I hit back. With Feltrez low on health, I kept my distance until we came up to an island where the Mega Raptor decided to fight a parent. So I took a moment to make some healing stews. These lovely things heal you or your tame by 5% of the HP per use. And I'll need all the health I can get.
Tame helper. Boom. It's just a low level one, but should be fun to kind of play around with. What the? Okay, we've got female, another female, another female. Elemental kibble. There we go. Nice.
Things are looking great and I'm on track to getting back my clusters. So I head home. What in the actual fuck?
Oh, what's that sound? Oh, hiya, viewer. Would you like a balloon? Well, Chaotic is, cooling off. I got a small little favor. Okay. What? You don't give favors to strangers? Well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. And you are? There. Now, we are not strangers anymore. Now, for that favor, would you hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing. Chaotic could use a small little pick-me-up right about now. Oh, and comment down below if you like the balloon.
That's right outside my base. Okay, now that I've collected myself, I lead it away and hopefully it never comes back here.
Get the f away from my base. Okay, I think he's far enough away from base now.
I begin day 28 by breeding up my ice mega raptors so I can gain some more kibble dinos. And then I'm on the hunt for some beehives so I can make some sweet veggie cakes. That way I can tame up some Acatina buddies for their sweet, sweet paste creation. But I ended up not finding any and I move on. I come across an alpha Anki, but it's being guarded by another origin raptor. I decided to take the risk though and I knock it out. That's when I get ambushed by everything else that happens to attract the origin towards me. I lead it off a cliff, but it was too late.
Where's my Anki? Is it already dead?
So I moved on to look for a mammoth.
The original plan. Should be a mammoth around here. Let's just look for a mammoth. Alpha mammoth level. What the f*** an origin Spino?
And I may have gotten a little too close to the ground again. I resurrect and I grab my Pteranodon and I take it to the crime scene.
Oh, so we've lost your Alpha Griffin.
Yep.
That sucks.
There's the Fear Arks. Dude, and it just randomly exploded. Like, what the f***? There's another Fear Arks. Right on top of it. Son of a bitch. It was close. Kinda got him running. Like, I'm keeping him rendered in a position where he can only go in one direction away from my corpse. I'm risking it for the biscuit. This way.
I carried on looking for a mammoth. This ended up reminding me, though, of that time on my Extinction 100 days where the mammoths got eaten by everything before I could even tame them. My chat suggested that I tame a Rudolph so I can shoot off the back of it, and I agreed to, if I happen to come across one.
Alright. Rudolph. Alright. I think we're just gonna leave him as Rudolph. It makes sense.
And after that, I managed to find a mammoth that's not about to be chewed on like a dog toy. And after it tames up, I return home to craft their saddles, and I give Rudolph a test run.
No. Does it... Yeah.
Whoa, it's even faster. What the f***? Day 30 started off with a close call from some sort of celestial while I was looking for apex dinos so I could make their kibble. And when I was attempting to tame up the third, a primal raptor showed its dominance, and I abandoned it to its fate. After that, I found a
Apex Calicatherium. Honestly, that sounds fun. Oh, yeah, that does. I'm taming that.
So I was thinking that a normal one is awesome, an Apex one must be awesomer, right? After eating the wrong thing, I ended up taking a quick 5-minute nap before taming the Calico and discovered it was awesomer, just not as much as I was hoping for.
That doesn't seem very good.
A right-click attack sucks, but it killed and that's what I was needing in that moment. After a mass killing spree, I came across an Alpha Indom. Someone was kind enough to tell me it's the only non-knockout tame as it lays an egg when it's about to die. And it looks a little bit out of my price range right now. I then headed off to gather some rare mushrooms and rare flowers from the swamp. And I got into a fight with this hard-hitting electric parrot that nearly killed me and my mammoth. But I managed to jump off, throw out Rudolph, and take it down. I then went out and searched for my next kibble tier.
Damn. Nice. Oh, what the f is that?
As I'm taming up my first fabled egg layer, I see something scary pop into render. Though at the time, I have no idea what it is or how terribly close to death I am. I move on though, looking for some more fabled pteranodons. I have a few more close calls again.
Whoa! Celestial Rex. Jesus Christ.
And I come across an Alpha Giga.
Alpha Giganotosaurus.
Curious if that would be worthwhile, I set off for home to retrieve Rudolph, and I begin the process of bringing down my first Primal Fear Giga.
Okay, it's down. 5 alpha kibble. Tame helper in there. At least it's down. It's good to go. Nice. We got a giga.
After it tames up, I take it home and I craft a saddle. And I had some fun chewing on everything I could though, even attempting to kill a primal megalodon. But unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, it had no interest in me. After a bit, I named him Fluffy. And Fluffy, as powerful as he was, did not, however, protect me from Nukadodos.
Is that a Nukadodo? Did I just like accidentally eat a Nukadodo?
On day 35, I wanted some revenge on the Ice Titan, and Fluffy made it go down hard and fast.
Nice. Origin Spino. Let's just back up really slowly.
After that, I went home to see if I could trap a primal megalodon to kill it, but I had no luck getting them near my trap. So I moved on farming hide and blood when I got ambushed by a primal tech quetz.
Well, the bad news is I'm an idiot.
And after a very long struggle, I finally get it down and discover that they drop blueprints when they die. What? I came across a primal raptor fighting a demonic parasaur, and I left before I got caught in the middle of that. I went out to get some sap on day 36, and I discovered that what I seen a few days before was a wild demonic empress queen. One of the many bosses I'm gonna have to beat before I can reclaim my cluster. So knowing that I'm nowhere near ready for this, I noped out, and I headed off to look for the other ingredients I'll need. Honey! I'll need these to make some veggie cakes, so I can tame that snail for its precious paste. But after stealing the honey, I did an oops, and they knocked me right off my ride. With no parachutes, gravity unfortunately wins. After recovering my stuff, I daringly scoop up some sap,
A thing of sap, and run the away!
and I was able to make 2 cakes. Now I just gotta find a low-level snail. I head off to the swamps where I find a level 45, and it says it only takes 2 to tame. Perfect. So after clearing up the danger, I see that something had already knocked it out for me. Nice. I give it some tame helper and...
Dude, it said it was gonna take 2. Oh, 3. Sakes.
I went back to get some more honey. But instead, I came across a spirit and a chaos style of tag teaming everything in the area. After enjoying the show for a moment, I finally find some honey. And I discover that I'm out of long grass and I can't quite make the cakes yet. So I guess maybe now is a good time to build a greenhouse so that I never run out of food again. I tracked down an Omega Sarco to tame so I could upgrade into the next kibble tier, but it was under attack from a griffin. Easy fix. I knocked out the griffin and I let the Sarco eat it, and then I proceeded to force him into friendship.
Down he goes.
I tracked down the other Sarco in the area, but it was also a male.
Oh no, it's a male too.
But I tamed it anyways. I then came across an Omega Aloe, and after a small game of cat and mouse, he also became my friend, and I named him
Mir.
I found a fabled Megachelon, and because I need so many rare flowers and mushrooms, I took the opportunity to make it my friend as well. But I ran out of ammo and I had to leave it. Since I was out of ammo, I was also out of narcotics. I went on the hunt for a new iguanodon, since my last one died with tin can.
So, as was logging in, I checked to see here, and I actually got Omega eggs from my males. So, not going to complain on that. Yes, we can tame demonics. Not enough resources to pull. Okay, well, what about tan? What do we miss? Primal blood and fabled blood. So we're gonna have to get ourselves primal and fable blood. Awesome. Demonic parasaur. primal raptor. So, if we can somehow trap it, might be able to kill it. Let's see if we can trap that primal raptor. If we can trap it, we can kill it. If we can kill it, we can tame some demonics. Okay, there's the raptor, demonic parasaur. Primal raptor has been defeated. It actually won. Damn. Oh yeah, he angry.
After luckily getting my primal blood, I set off for the fabled blood to make the demonic kibble, and I came across 2 fabled brackies. Day 41 was a slow day of grinding resources. Seriously, all day. So I could make a brand new sexy primal sniper, a blueprint I got from killing things. And as I'm out gathering oil, I find a 150 demonic thorny dragon, and I'll have to come back later for that. After a bit, I come across an alpha Anki that I could use in helping me craft up my grinder.
Where can we land that's somewhat safe? Down it goes.
And on day 43, I finally craft the said grinder. And hopefully this means less materials hunting, as I can now grind all the loot I've been gathering.
I cannot grind this. I cannot grind it.
I come across a new fabled mega chelon, and I actually have enough bullets to tame this one.
Down it goes.
After it goes down, I place my kibble in, and a tame helper, and I wait. And wait. And still waiting. Nothing. What the hell is going on here? Now well, I leave it for now, hoping it'll go down over time, and I track down my 150 demonic thorny. And after some work, it finally goes down. Right next to a celestial ferox.
That deals with the ferox. Oh no! I'm on a kibble 6. How much damage did that do? Not much. 6. Okay, we'll put in some tame helper.
After it was up, I tracked down a sexy looking girl for him. And she really wasn't happy about it. Oh! Apparently it can shoot up. It took me a bit of convincing to get her away from my corpse, but I managed to do it. And once I had my stuff back, I found a nice high cliff to shoot at her from. Well, her tail anyways. Haha. After she goes down and I tame her up, nice, I take them home so they can do the hanky-panky, but they refused.
Enable? They're not enabling. They're not enabling.
Looks like Nat forgot to turn on demonic breeding. Oh well, so I decided to take them out for a walk, so I could kill other demonics with them, and I could craft a saddle out of it. And I ended up coming across the demonic parasaur, and they absolutely wrecked it. And after a small journey, I came across a demonic meso. And since the para was easy, this should be easy. Right? Right? Wrong!
What?
They just flatlined both of them. What?
No.
Well, at least I got the hide I needed for the saddle. I then found a demonic para fighting a primal raptor. And after making some more kibble, I come across another 140 demonic thorny. And after a little adventure of trying to get him down, I feed him and he's quickly up.
Dude. Fuck, I'm just killing everything. Nice.
After spending a long while killing everything I came across, like a boss.
Oh, I dropped an egg. Nice. There we go. Let's try this. I'm either gonna regret my decisions and lose my third thorny dragon, or... Oh no, we f***ed him up. We f***ed him up hard.
I returned to my down mega chelon, so I could experiment with getting its food down enough so I could tame it. And after giving it a bunch of tame helper, I went to go kill some more stuff.
It right up. Direct hit.
When suddenly I realized it wasn't working the way I thought it would.
Oh, it's losing taming. What the f***? That means I'm gonna have to drain its entire food supply. Oh, no.
I carried on my way, killing everything I could on my way back to base. And once I was there, I set up some of the boss flags to show off my victory. And to craft more tame helpers, but I was low on, well, I'll let you guess. Yes, it was rare flowers. I returned to my downed Mega Chelon, where I got ambushed by a death worm as I was grabbing the rare flowers. Back at base, I crafted my tame helpers, and I set up a new Primal Forge. Holy look at that go. Before heading back to finally try and tame that Mega Chelon.
44, 58, 75. Yeah, see, it's slowly draining even as it's nice. Nice. Mint.
I named my thorny dragon.
Kozo. Monster Kozo.
And I started crafting up some healing potions to start taking down all of the Origin bosses. I tracked down a 140 Origin Raptor, and I get set up to fight it when I see
Is that a Fabled Theory? 140.
I see it went down right next to my main objective. And I have to find a way to pull the boss to a new place so I don't kill the Theory.
Oh, I was gonna come for him, but he's coming for me.
And thus begins the most epic battle you'll never see. Well, because of the smoke. What can I do about it?
Nice. We got it. We got it. This is the no durability shit, isn't it? It's a hell of an upgrade.
Once down, it's a matter of moments, and I now have a Fabled Theory too.
We got family PvE. That's what this guy's gonna be.
As I'm looking for my next Origin to kill, I find a low-level female demonic thorny, and I decide I'm gonna tame that too.
It just went down. Did. Awesome.
I knock it out and I move on to kill the Origin Carno, and it was about as interesting as the Raptor kill.
There we go. Nice.
After killing that, I find a Primal Aloe.
Nice.
And as I was exploring around, I found an artifact in those floating island caves. I find an Origin Argent, and it was a little bit more challenging to kill as it flew in circles around me, making it harder to land a direct hit. But after a while, it goes down. After it went down, I went back to finish taming up my Thorny, and then I headed off to the Redwoods when I came across an Artifacto. These guys give artifacts as loot, and I might need a few of these so I can craft up the remaining spawners for the Origins I can't find. But there's still a few more Origins that I'll need left on the map, so I track them down. First up is the Origin Bear that murdered all my mammoths from before.
There we go.
And then it's that Origin Spino that nearly ambushed me when I killed the Frost Titan. Both of them went down easy peasy.
Nice. Down it goes.
I headed home and I prepared to summon in the Origin Wyvern.
I love how this thing has zero about me, or I can't say.
Now this beast puts up a fight.
Don't worry. Those.
Well, mostly because I made a huge mistake and I forgot to pay attention to my stamina, and my charge buff ran out, allowing it to place a stamina bleed.
Why my stamina regenning? Does that bleed? Okay. See if we can get him distracted on something else for a minute. Okay, it's hooked on a tree. I'll take it. Powered up. Okay, round 2.
When suddenly it takes off.
Where the is he going? I think we might have him here. Nice.
Up next,
One Origin Rex.
and well, it hit hard, but I hit harder.
So we can now make a Celestial Indom Emperor.
After that, I set up a tech force field to protect the base, and as I'm checking out its glory, I see an Oviraptor bouncing off it.
You.
If you didn't know, these little guys boost passive egg production when they're on wander, or in my case, once it tames up, I just jam it into a terminal and forget about
There
it.
you go. Go in there, do your little buffy buff.
I went out exploring on day 53, and a tree kitty made a pass at me.
Okay, if I see a better Rudolph. Oh, off. We're dead. I got killed by a regular old Thyla.
Once I collected my stuff, I seen a primal Dodorex, and I figured let's kill that when I get sideswiped by a light Megaraptor, and my poor Pteranodon Steven paid the price for my inability to look before I leap.
No! Not Steven!
But at least I killed the Dodorex in Steven's memory, and then I found another Origin Bear. From the sounds of it, I'm gonna need a lot of these Origins in order to beat this mod. So I'll be killing another full set of them so I can fight the demonic Empress Queen.
Oh man, I'm running out of stamina again. Okay, I'd like to think I'm gonna run away. I used a stamina thing. Why did I run out of stamina so quick? Oh yeah, bear right slow, eh? Yeah, how you like that? Huh? How you like them apples?
The breeding for demonic and celestials are now enabled, and I begin breeding my new army of Thornies. While waiting on them, I headed off to find some sort of new griffin to fly around on, and I came across a dark griffin and figured, well, it was good enough. And then I went off to find myself a celestial Thyla. I love me a Thyla, so this one is a must-have.
Got him.
After getting them tamed up, I named my new griffin and my new Thyla.
Livy, you shall be Jason. Jason, we're gonna be the best of friends.
And then after that, I took Jason out for a little fun.
The C is a breath attack? That's cool. What's his power up? X. Whoa. Yeah, just those random fish for no reason. Nice. I love that. It's roars, it's death.
As I was having fun on day 55, I came across a 140 Celestial Theory, and I couldn't resist taming that.
That ain't good. Hit and run, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. I was playing a very dangerous game. Where'd it go? Down already? It is. That was a fast 30 seconds. Alright, we'll name this one after Patreon supporter too. We got Bam. Good old Bam.
And then I went after some light parrots so I could harvest their babies' feathers later on when I need them. It was then time to test out my new theory. Though not as powerful as the demonic, it is still quite fun to use. Oh, the theory is so much better. I was told the fabled theory is better for harvesting, so I put them to the test. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I felt they were about the same at every test I did. After that, I went off and searched for a mate for my theory, as I planned to breed them for the Celestial Emperor. And I did find one, but there was a demonic meso wrecking everything near it.
Feel like I should go higher up. Well, there's my theory. Female. Fly, 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 fly. Let's see here. Do I got the mutator unlocked? Cloning. Yeah, I got the cloning chamber. So I can make the mutator and we can change it.
After knocking out the theory, I decided to finish off that monkey. I figured it might be time to at least put some walls up at my base, and I did just that. But I ran out of resources, so I headed out to tame a Celestial Argy to carry my Anki back and forth between the islands. After it was tamed up, I took it home and I tested its abilities for a bit before using it to find a better Anki. And after a quick gathering session, I finished off my walls.
All of that just so we could build some windows. Let's see here. Boop. That looks sharp in the corner. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And I finally crafted my Primal Tech Quets.
And boom. Fucking Primal Tech Quets. Damn, thing's almost got 1,000,000 health.
But it wouldn't let me make a saddle for some reason. On day 60, my fully bred up and imprinted demonic Thornies were ready. And after saddling one up and giving it a max experience potion, I named it,
I think we'll just name it Oscar, since Oscar just popped in the chat.
And I went on a killing spree like no other I've ever done before.
Oh yeah. That guy just came running through like he was gonna own me.
I popped out a ton of parrots so I could harvest their feathers. And after going on a Texas Chainsaw Massacre on them, I threw out an imprinted theory, and then I named it.
And pretty sure it spells biscuit wrong.
I apologize, but we're gonna leave it like that.
And I went to work making up tons of health and stamina potions to prepare for the Celestial Emperor. And on day 63, I headed to the volcanic island to summon him in. After I find a quiet spot at the top of the volcano, I set up and I get ready to throw out Biscuit Ant. When I click on the wrong button.
Kinda nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, now I'm definitely nervous. Oh! Oh, man. I definitely f***ed something up there, alright? No ands, ifs, or buts about it. I f***ed up. I f***ed up hard, alright? I thought that was my celestial theory. I have got to start drinking because I would not make these mistakes if I was drunk. Oh my f***ing Jesus. F***ing stupid mother f***er. God f***ing ah.
After making my way back, I go straight into battle.
And we begin. I am stuck. Oh boy, we took a bit of a beating there. Oh boy, we're taking some damage. Okay. I'm just like non-stop. Come on, aim down. Oh my goodness. Holy f***ing come on, it's like aim down. Like it just launches it across the god map. I have cocoon. This is fine. This is totally fine. We got this. I don't know how we got this, but we got this. Okay. I am pretty much at a loss here because he's in this f***ing hole and I can't hit him. I just rather straight up tank his damage. Get up here in range. Big. It doesn't matter if she powers down Celestials because Celestials suck. No, that ain't good. All the way around this fucking problem. Just jump in the lava with it. Oh boy, this is not fun. Oh, you are one ugly. Holy sh**, holy f***, holy f***, holy f***, holy f***, holy f***. How did I get out and you're still in there, huh? Oh, fuck, that was close. Just eat my fire breath. Oh, we got this. We got this. We got this. Me. God, am I at least getting him down? Oh, we're gonna be here for 6 days. Damage number simulator. I think I got this. I think. Being the operative word. Honestly, I don't even think the breath attack does that much damage. It's great when the numbers come out, though. Like the big guy, like all of his minions. At least if I stand and stare at a wall, I can hit it. Okay. Got 20 million health down so far. We're doing better now that we're up here. Fighting him like a man. That's it. So we need three hits of 90,000. So every 30 hits is a million. 300 hits of 30 million. So we need like 900 hits total to hit him. Kill him. Ah, f you. It's so annoying how I'm taking burn damage out of this. Yeah, you ugly motherfucker. Just shut up and die already. Come on. Come on. Oh, my poor Mega Raptor got her. Okay, he's almost half. It's almost half. He's almost half. We're almost there. We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, man. I have foolishly brought myself into this fight, not knowing a thing. Whoa, that was close. Glad I looked up. You're not laughing at this fight. You'd be like, Celestial Theory, what the is wrong with you? And I'll be like, oh. Seemed like a good idea at the time. What do we got left? Alright, 35 out of 79. Now we're actually halfway there. I'm surprised we're still on this mountaintop. This blue, ugly mother just doesn't know when to die. I hope the Empress Queen isn't this bad. Although those Thorny Dragons do a ton of damage. Probably be a lot easier with them. Stop lagging. Let me get my healing on. Alright, 26 million health. We are so close. Shot it right in between his legs. Like, this is all just about micromanagement, this whole fight. It's crazy. The one thing I suck at is micromanaging. Oh, this is the most longest sufferable fight I've ever done, I think. I'm stressed to the 9. I'll probably think it was fun afterwards. But right now, I don't think it was fun. Okay, can I call a timeout, bud? I need a break. I need to, like, take a drink. My index finger is killing me right now. Oh, holy Jesus. What are we at? Oh, 7 million health. It's been 2 days since we started this fight. 2 endgame days. 3 million health. 3 million. 3 million. 3 million. 3 million. 1 million. 1 million. 7,000. Bam! Holy Oh. Journeyman Celestial Helm. Celestial Ascended Boots. After what was an exhausting battle, I took my rewards and I headed home, where I set up to tame my very own Celestial Indom. After I summoned it in, I knocked it out, and then I tamed it up. And I take it for a small test run. And after that, I went on an origin killing spree to get the remaining parts I need to fight the demonic Empress Queen. And while I was out exploring around, I found a Primal Broodmother, and I figured, well, that could be fun to kill. Primal Broodmother. And it was like flamethrowing a spider. So yes, of course it was fun. Dude, he's not even focused on me. He's almost dead. He said this thing hurts. It doesn't even give a about me. It gave up before I even started. I then finished off killing the remaining origins I needed, and I crafted up the summoning token, and I headed off to fight the Empress Queen. Here she comes. And with my demonic thornies, her reign was short-lived.
God, this cocooning thing sucks. It's already looking kind of bloody, so not gonna be as long as the fight as the end dome. God, that cocoon is what's gonna get me killed. No. It's almost dead. Oh, down. Dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Okay. Demonic armor provides heavy physical protection, provides infinite stamina so you never get tired. So that way I can run infinitely. I headed home and I proceeded to spawn in her tameable version. And my last origin arrow didn't even count as a hit. Yet you can see the blood splatter. So I had to try and run back to base where I could make more. But I learned the hard way that the Empress Queen gives zero about my shield. And after a few deaths, she finally buried herself long enough for me to get everything I needed, and I was finally able to tame her. There we go, now it registered. Oh my god, go down, go down, go down. I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Holy that almost got me. Oh. I felt that was a little bit more potent than 2 times. Just a little bit. Oh, still needs more kibble. Here, just take it all. It's all yours. Nice. Glad it didn't kill everything else. Oh, wrecked my roof, though. That is so cool. I took my queen out for a test run, and I was kicking everything's Nice. Some poor apex wolf. Fabled Magmasaur. Rip. Right up until I came up to a demonic Capro, and I got nuked off of her. Well, because I let her barrier fall in all of my excitement. What the Then I got nuked again on my way back to my corpse. And then I got lost and I couldn't find my corpse. But after a while of searching through the vast swamps, I finally see her. Well, that was close. I try my best to get her to fight without getting deleted by those spirit orbs, but she's slowly getting pushed back and eventually falls off the edge. Dude. Grab my shit. Alright, let's go fight me a broodmother. Damn. Got it. Hopefully we can find a place to land here. That would not be a good place to land. It's finally my favorite number day. Day 69. Nice. And on this day, I will spend it slaying every primal, origin, and boss level creature I can find. It is. So I can gather up enough stuff to craft the Chaos and Spirit Guardian Summoners. Primal Fear's greatest challenge. And the key to reclaiming my cluster. But I'm still a few items short for the Chaos Guardian. The next few days is pretty much the same, killing origins and anything else that crosses my path, gathering resources and prepping to fight the Chaos Guardian. On day 73, after crafting up some forward operating base pieces, I set off to the Volcanic Islands again, where I seen a Wild Emperor and a few origins. I'll have to clear them up so I can fight the Chaos Guardian unabated. But first, I place down my forward operating base, and I begin popping out my army of demonics and celestials, and then I set off to kill that Emperor. I almost died. Okay, this is it. I got my Empress, my large thorny dragon, and Theory army, and this is going down.
And he's been summoned.
I begin the fight, and I'm immediately greeted with a massive amount of red text. But I press on when the server begins to lag out. I'm assuming that this is happening because of the server save combined with the mass numbers of creatures dying.
Server's lagging.
But it pops back up, and we resume the fight.
Oh.
After a short while, my entire army is obliterated, and I end up taking a blast to the face that pins me down and just deletes me and my tame. Oh god. Oh god! What the f happened there? Wow! Well, that was an interesting development. Dude, I put on that primal potion and I ate 2 more and it still died. Wow. We are in trouble. I return to my death location and I lure the Chaos Guardian away. But that thing is fast as f and it takes me a bit to lose it. Come on, Aggron is something else. I don't want Livy to die. Okay, me, that was close. That was intense. I recover my stuff and I begin throwing out more tames for the slaughter when I get picked off by a dark Megaraptor. What? Oh no, I needed Livy. I get the rest out and I recover my Empress's inventory. I take my replacements to go and find the Guardian and I begin round 2. The battle was hard fought and it was killing my tames faster than I could replace them, and I ended up retreating. I need to change my game plan if I'm gonna beat this boss. Dun dun dun, another one bites the dust. The next 2 days were spent killing everything I needed to re-summon in the Chaos Guardian again, including another Empress Queen, as I needed both its essence and a replacement tame. Go down, you ugly son of a... There we go. After getting it, I headed back out and I slayed everything in my path, including a Primal Manticore that put so much torpidity at me it knocked out my Empress. No. Oh. Take my stimulant and wake up. Thankfully, the Manticore died before I knocked out. Oh, and then I died from stupidity again. I returned to find that my Empress is okay. She appeared to kill the demonic Thorny, but another demonic spawned in to replace it. And another Manticore joined in. And the Empress was having a terrible time killing it too. And without my stuff, I was limited in options. She managed to kill him just in time, as she was knocked out within seconds of killing them. But she decided that sleep sliding was a good thing. I rushed to grab my stuff, but she had kept going, and I lost her for a moment. The only option was down, and I was correct as I found her being chewed on by 3 Primal Megalodons. After what felt like forever, she woke up on her own, and I rescued her from that certain doom. Okay, we're good. I finished off the day taming a new Griffin and a Celestial Argent. It's down. I win. That morning, I made a mutator so I could gender swap one of the Argents, and I could begin breeding them, because the Argents were my plan to fight the Chaos Guardian. Though, I was also setting up a backup plan since any video that I watched on the subject had boosted settings that I do not have. I then spent the next 4 days killing, breeding, gathering, and crafting everything I would need to fight the Chaos Guardian again. I was ready for my rematch by day 84, and after releasing as many tames as I was allowed to, I marched them up the hill and I summoned in this massive beast for one final stand. Now, we are ready. I hope, because here he comes. Bum, 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 bum. Where is it? I can't do anything, I'm lagging! Well, they're doing a good amount of damage to him, but they're all gonna fall here. Well, that didn't work out according to plan. Plan B it is. Yeah, this should work. I re-throw out an army to replace the dead, and I bring out my Emperor Indom. His Thorns attack has a neat little trick of grounding flyers, and this should give me the advantage I need to allow my Thornies to DPS it without dying as fast. Well, in theory. As I try to find it again, I stumble upon a wild demonic Thorny dragon, and it ends up wrecking my entire army. God, get out of the way, you f***ing idiots. I head back to get out more, and give some of them some saddles, and I end up finding an Origin Spino. And then it kicks my army's ass too. So I take a moment to heal them up as best I can. After throwing out even more tames, I head off to pull it back to fight me. But it just flies away faster than I can run, so I have to pull out my griffin to bring it back to the island.
Follow me, please. Follow me.
And I get it on some stragglers, and then I use my end arm to lure it back to the army. And here we go again.
Let me out of this hole. They're just all missing. That one missed. Oh god, no, no. Chaos Dragon's taking a beating at least this time.
It wasn't long before it wiped out the army again, and it ended up being a 1v1.
Oh god. Still got 500 million health. Come on, get out of this being stuck bullshit. Rip Thorny Dragon. You! Where you at? Yeah, we're making progress. Ouch. Get out of this! Ah!
I'm starting to get a decent routine going. I knock it out of the sky, bite it a few times, it flies away, and we repeat. But every now and then it goes flying off the cliff and right out of render. This fight was going good right up until an Origin Carno spawned in.
Is an Origin just spawn in? Jesus Christ, just what I needed. More reasons not to fucking... Oh!
And it added to the incoming damage. I kept fighting though, and eventually I knocked the Wyvern out of render again, so I took advantage of that so I could kill the Carno. I drag it below and I find a few survivors and I use them to finish off the Origin. After getting out more for the army, I leave them there and I head off to find where it went. I find it not too far away near a natural bridge, along with some other survivors. But they end up getting me stuck.
Oh, this ain't good.
After I get away from being stuck, I decide to check the Chaos Wyvern's health, and I'm halfway to beating it. So after a quick blast, I run through the bridge, and as I turn around, I notice it got stuck. Interesting.
Is my lone Thorny Dragon gonna be able to do this? You know what? I'm just gonna let this play out for a minute. I don't want to with this.
So I throw out a couple of more Thornies, and it takes off. So I have to chase it down again. After I catch up to it, I have to remind it that we are in the middle of a fight. I lure it back to the bridge, and I get it stuck again. And I let my army do the work.
He's not completely stuck. He's just mostly stuck. Done 165 million health. Yeah. 15 million health. 15 million health. 10 million health. Yeah! We got it! Holy we got it.
With how hard that was, and only 10 days left, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that Spirit Guardian in time. But I'll be if Nat thinks I'm going to lose my cluster to him. So I get to work on finding whatever I can to summon in the final Guardian.
Oh, we got one Celestial now.
On my adventures of gathering what I need, I run into a Wild Reaper Empress Queen, and I begin trying to kill it. It's going well when it tail swipes me down the hill. Right into another Empress. But after a tense couple of minutes, I managed to kill them both.
Two demonic Emperor souls, just like that.
I can now tame Chaos creatures, and there just happens to be a 130 Chaos Styla in the Redwoods.
Got him.
So I head there to tame that beautiful, majestic creature. You could almost say it's my channel's spirit animal. Well, chaos animal. Haha!
Our name, so we got Share.
After crafting a saddle, I take Share on a hack and slash adventure, where I end up noticing things are just dying in my presence. Turns out these guys do passive AoE damage to all enemies in range, plus the fireballs of death.
Nice.
After killing for a while, I run into a Chaos Rex. So I figure I may as well test that out too. So I tame it. And even though it's slower than the Thyla, it's not any weaker for it. And it's just as fun to kill things on.
At least we it up.
I see that another Empress has spawned in, so I decided to play with it for a moment, but my unimprinted Rex is just taking way too much damage. So I got the out of Dodge, and I leave it there for now. And after I have my fun, I name it after my greatest Patreon supporter, Natural Causes.
He'll love that.
I come across a 175 Chaos Griffin. I was informed these are a must-have if I'm gonna take on the Spirit Guardian before day 100. And after landing a direct hit on it,
Okay, here we go.
it's not long before it kills poor Cat.
Oh, that just missed me. That hit me. Oh, no. I have no idea where my Chaos Griffin is. Oh, it just died. Oh, something died. Not good. Not good at all.
Luckily, it knocks out as I'm falling, and I finally have a worthy Griffin. And with it, I rain chaos from above. Day 95. I have 5 days left that will decide the fate of my cluster. And I'm going to need a mate for this bad boy. So I search for it, but I'm having difficulties even locating one. But eventually I find it in the cave underneath the floating islands.
Oh, there it is. In the cave. Nice. Just dodge and duck and dip and dive and weave and hopefully it doesn't fall out of the cave. And down it goes. Noise. Behavior, enable mating.
Once it's up, I take them home and I begin making me some more flying chaos babies. And now I only need a few more things before I can summon in the Spirit Guardian. So I kill and kill and kill until I come across an Origin Wyvern. And well, I'm in need of the practice killing its bigger, scarier cousin. So after some failures...
Oh, that ain't good.
I finally start getting the feel for dive bombing.
Got him.
Day 97. There's only 3 days left. But at least I have everything ready to go to summon in the final Guardian. I would like to take a moment and thank all of you for watching this far. You are awesome. Now, are you ready?
Here we go. Bum 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 bum.
I begin the fight feeling confident and ready, but I quickly learned that fighting the spirit wyvern is gonna take a lot more effort than anything I have fought before it. Because I swooped down right into an invisible death ball
that hurt.
and I nearly died within the first few attacks that I made. I was informed that the best way to do this is to do a figure 8 with my griffin and get into the pattern of blasting it as we meet near the middle. But since I am chaotic, that is nearly impossible for me. But I get some good hits in every now and then, and as time progresses, I get better and better at hitting my target. Well, until I mess it up.
Oh, f off. There was nothing there. There was nothing there. Son of a...
I quickly check my terminal. Luckily, I have one replacement griffin, so I breed it with his mom, so I can have another backup if I need it. And after using a full experience potion, I level it up and I head back to recover my stuff. But I couldn't find my other griffin's corpse. So now I have to fly home so I can craft new healing potions. And after that, I hunt down some primal bosses so I can get their primal health potions. And after killing a couple, I return to finish the fight. I have to give it my all. No more mistakes. I must do this.
Oh. I missed. And I missed again, and I missed again, I missed again. Alright, get the figure 8 going here. And... oh, we got a long ways to go. Is this thing chasing me or not? Alright, so in theory, as we get going here, I'll get better at this. In theory. It keeps getting distracted on some other I don't like it. Too long on that one. Just missed there. Where'd it go? Did it go? Like, it looks cool and all, Spirit Wyvern, but, you know, it's really hard to see. This thing despawned. Oh, there it is. Direct hit. Oh, snap. That was close. I'm lit up like a Christmas tree here. Whoa. Direct hit. Direct hit. Ouch. He's out of render. Just take a minute. Let's breathe. Stretch my fingers. They were starting to hurt. Keep doing this for the next 6 to 9 years. We should get it. 770 million. Down 100 million health. I got this. We got this. You got this. We all got this. Oh, that was a mess. Never mind. Hey, I'm gonna need some stamina, though. Whoop. $625 million. We are making progress, ladies and gentlemen. This is a long, slow grind, but we got this. We got this. Whoops. We got this. 560 million, I think. So once we get them to 400, that'll be halfway. In rolls the fog, in rolls the fog. Definitely did not intend to smack into him. I was trying to avoid that. Direct hit to the f***ing face. Dude, we gotta be close to halfway by now. Oh, my back is starting to kill me. Why do I gotta be an old man? That poor Velonosaur. He's minding his own business, and suddenly, so I could get a breather for a minute. Holy f***. Ugh. I don't know where he went, but he flew that way, so I'm gonna back up for a minute, get out of render. I need to seriously take a small break. I've been at this for, like, 2 f***ing hours. Yeah! Oh no! Got stuck real bad! Gotta stop hitting him with my bird. Hit him with the balls, not the bird. Yeah. Do this. Let's keep doing this. And yeah! So I've pretty much got this down to a science. For the most part. Other than smash him in the face every now and again. Gotta be getting close. Gotta be in the 100 mils by now. Oh, looks like we got a second. There he is. 172 million? Yeah! Get it down by the, get down below 100 million. It's the final countdown. Keep doing direct hits like that, and we'll be done before we know it. Got him! Yes! The f. Oh, it's just a regular spear wyvern. I got ambushed! Oh.
Holy f***, I did it! Suck it, Nat. I beat your Primal Fear.
Chaotic, you know it's not that easy, right? There's just 1 or 2 more bosses for you to defeat.
Oh, no, 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 no! What the fuck?